Charlie here asks, how did Logan Hensler look at the World Junior Summer Showcase? All right, so Logan Hensler is one of the top defensemen available for the 2025 NHL Draft at this time. He's going to Wisconsin. He played, there were a lot of defensemen in camp, and I mentioned that in my story. There were just so many defensemen. It was hard for some guys to stand out. And I felt like at times that was the case for Logan Hensler. They did give him a few looks on the power play. They gave him some opportunities to get a little bit of run with the puck. But I did think that there was evidence there that he's on the bubble for this roster, I think. And I wouldn't say it's a very strong position on the bubble at this time. We'll see how the first half of the year goes, how he handles his first year of college hockey. But Hensler has size. He has skating ability. He does have some offensive skill. He's got the ability to make some plays. I think that, defensively, there were some miscues, a couple of errant plays with puck and puck management issues. At times, the pace seemed to get to him because I tell people this all the time. Players that have played, all year in the USHL, all year in college hockey, all year in the CHL, even some guys that played in the NHL, you get to that World Junior and the pace is just different. I mean, it's the NHL is as fast as anything there is, but you get to that World Junior and there's just the pressure and the stakes and everything. And even in the summer camp, you get to see the separation. Players like Hensler, who are really brilliant skaters, stand out. But again, this ability to make decisions quickly enough. There have been some concerns that I have about his overall offensive hockey sense that has prevented me from listing him as a top 10 prospect for this draft. And I'm not certain that we have a bona fide, first rounder at this stage. I think he can grow into it. I think he has first round upside all day. I think the athlete is there. I think that there's enough hockey sense and there's going to be some skill, but he's never going to put up the sexy numbers, and not in college, certainly not in his first year, and not at with the style that Wisconsin is going to play next year. And so how does that factor in, and what will he ultimately look like? So I think it's going to be an interesting year for him. I think he's going to have a hard time making Team USA's roster, but I did have him in the mix as an extra on that roster. So keep an eye on that one. But I like the player an awful lot. I think there's a lot more to get to, and we'll see ultimately where he ends up.